I seen the little clip that y'all, everybody saw that little clip. I don't know if it was a prosthetic kid or whatever, but it was a lot. I don't know if it's a show
anyway. It is your girl, Lita L'Amour, back with another, no, not another story time, just with a video. This video is a story time. I said that I wanted to do story times because I do have a little bit of stories. I got a little bit of a wild life, I think. So I do have like some stories, just a few in the chamber. By the way, my face that I did today, you know, little plum fuchsia madness, that's what I call it. It's brought to you by Juvia's Place. This is not a sponsored video, although I wish it was. But I had got my berries palette, just got it. And I was so excited to actually do my face with it. I used this color for my lid. What color is it? I use Zama from the Warriors 2 palette. Like, I have palettes. Juvia's Place, because I love black-owned makeup companies. And that's what I have. I have that, but I also have the Jaclyn Hill palette. But that's Morphe. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so I got that. I was finally happy to break it out, do it. And I also got some of their lip colors. I forgot what the name of the colors are. Hold up. They're right here. Like, I love Juvia's Place. I use their foundations, their concealers, of course their palettes, their lip glosses. This is Madame, but I don't think I used Madame. I used girl. I don't know which one. I don't know wait. But I used another purple. I got like 3 purples. 2 purples from them and a black. And I love them all. I love the shades. And I just see they launched their whole nude lipstick line, and I can't wait to buy it, but like, I don't have more money to be buying that stuff, so all I could do is dream. So onto my story. So I am a single 38-year-old sexy black lady. I do the apps, and it's pretty much where I find like most of my dates at and stuff. I find them on there because nobody's really approaching me in real life because I always just look like, those are my faces. Those are my faces in life, and like my resting bitch face. I mean, you don't be looking mean; it just be looking puzzled, like somewhere around there. And so I rely on the apps to find me dates, and you can run into some characters on the apps just like you can run into characters in real life, like real talk. But yeah, this is about the apps. So the story is about this guy who I'm going to change his name. We're going to call him Z. Now, to give you a little backstory about me and Z. I met Z 10 years ago on another app. Like I've been in the gambit of the apps. I'm on Plenty of Fish and Tinder right now. I tried Hinge. I didn't understand it. I poked it with a stick and it do what I needed from me. But I took advantage of the whole thing about it being the app to be destroyed. I deleted that bitch because I didn't like it. What else? The first app I ever tried for just dating, because like before I was using Black Planet. You know, I'm that old. I'm Black Planet old, but it's just Black Planet, and that's where I found this guy that I spent like some years in an entanglement with, which I will never do again. Anyway, after that I did OBC, which was online booty call. Got a lot of ass off of there. Online booty call. Then I think OkCupid. I met him on Zooks. That is where I met him. I met his. Was it on OBC? No. I met him on OBC. So Z is a guy that is in the military, and he's not from here. He's from the Midwest. Black dude, nice looking dude. And he was stationed out here for something, I don't know, or whatnot. But he was also going through a divorce at the time. So I met him. I thought he was like really nice and cool and laid back and stuff, and really nice, laid back dude. Talking to him, like he liked to talk on the phone. And back then, this is like I was like 28 or so, like 27 or 28. I'm drinking this. I'm about to go to bed after this. After I take my face off. I did my face for this video because I wanted to be cute. So, I met him on that app, and we talked and stuff. He was telling me about his life, and I was telling about mine. Like I was just young chick, working, partying, living my life or whatnot. I don't have no kids, so I was just enjoying me. So I'm just like, that's how I was. And so I went out with him. Our first date, I had him pick me up. I forgot what kind of car he had at the time. I can't remember. I cannot remember what kind of car he had at the time. It was a nice car. But I had him pick me up from my house. I was all dressed all cute and everything. I was a little bit slimmer than what I am now, but I was still thick. We went to this bar out in Harrington in New Orleans, Louisiana. But we went to this bar and we were enjoying ourselves. We were shooting pool. They had like this bowling table thing. We were just talking, vibing, getting to know each other and stuff. And then it came to the part of the evening where you'd have to pay for the date. So he gave the people his card, and they told him that the card declined. He gave it to him, he gave him another card, another 2 cards, and those all declined. And he's like, "Oh man, my accounts must be closed because of the divorce." And I'm just sitting up there like, and then what came out his mouth, I'm just like, but he was like, "Babe, I'm not a bum. I'm not a bum, babe. I'm not a bum." I'm just like, I didn't call you a bum or anything. So I had to pay for the date. And I'm just up there in my mind, I'm like, I better get some dick. because that's what was on my mind at that time. But I paid for the date, had him drive me home. He's like, I'm really sorry, you know, I'll make it up to you, and I'll cook for you, and, you know, I'll invite you over and everything. I'm like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. He walked me to my door. He's like, believe me, I'm not a bum, babe. I really am not, you know, she froze my accounts and this, that, and the other one. And I just like kissed him to shut him up. And it was cute. It was kind of magical and whatnot. But then I'll say about 3 days later, he invited me over to watch movies and stuff. And well, it was in stuff part. So what I remembered about him was that he had like this really nice I can't say it because it's like it's really descriptive. It's a very descriptive thing. Anyway, so he took me to get something to eat, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make sure I get food that equals up to the amount of what the fuck that I paid for. So we went to some store and I got a seafood platter, and he was pissed the fuck off. He's like, hey, you gonna eat all of that? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna eat all of this. Like, does it look like I missed meals? So we got back, we were eating, he's up there grumbling and all this kind of stuff and whatnot. So then we got down to the end stuff, and when he reminded me of it, I was just kind of like, oh man. He said that, like, I do remember telling him, like he went back to we went to his room, and I just remember just throwing him on the bed, telling him, lay down, like I was in prison. Like, what was up with me? Oh my god, I was just like, so I was that bitch. I was that bitch, like, I don't know, I was birthed in the bedroom. I was a bedroom bully. I did not know I was a bedroom bully ass chick. So that's cool. So from then on, like, he was just like, oh no, you do this, you turn over, and this, that, and the other and stuff. And I'll just say he made up for me paying for the date. I shall say that. And then so after that, I really don't remember how we stopped talking to each other, but through the years he kept my phone number, and he would call me just randomly just to like talk to me, like, hey, how you doing? I'm just calling to see how you're doing. I'm like, I'm alright, and this, that, and the other, but he would never like just try to do anything. So cut to 2020, I see him on Plenty of Fish on POF, and I'm like, oh shoot, that's Z. Look at him, he look a little different, but okay, look at Z. And like, I liked him and he liked me on there, and he's like, what's going on? I'm like, hey, what's up? He's like, oh, just back in New Orleans, you know, because I really like it here, yada yada yada. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So we exchanged numbers and we were talking. He's like, oh, I'm shocked nobody like snatched you up and tried to marry you and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, I don't know, I'm shocked myself. He's like, I mean, I should have done it. I was like, well, why you didn't? You know, all that banter, talk, and everything. So we decided to meet up and talk, and he was telling me, he's like, okay, now I want to let you know, I drink and I smoke cigarettes, so if you have a problem with that, that's me. I was like, I smoke weed and I drink, so where's the problem? But I don't smoke weed no more because I have a job where I can't smoke weed. But I still drink. Just not an everyday thing. It's not an everyday thing. I needed a drink for this to loosen me up. But anyway, back to that. So we went to this restaurant. We sat outside. We talked. We basically stayed at the restaurant and talked for like about 4 or 5 hours. Just like getting to know each other all over again, telling me about his life and his family. Like, he's a grandfather now. He's older than me. He's like about 5-7 years older than I am. And he's like, I have a grandkid, and I love my grandson. I'm thinking in my mind, okay, well then let's take you off the list, because I know you don't want to have any kids because all your kids are grown and you are coming into the stage of your life of retirement. So probably just be fun. So we were vibing. I'm just like, I kind of really started to like him all over again. Like, he seemed more mature and just, I don't know, like he seemed like a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more like speed and stuff of what I wanted. Then it was like Father's Day. I called him, and I was also telling him that I wanted to do a podcast. I told him, like, I want to do a podcast on dating and all this stuff. He's like, oh yeah, I'll listen to that. I would really love to listen to that. I was like, shut up, really? Okay. So cut to Father's Day. I was just getting off from work, and I wanted to call him, wish him a happy Father's Day and stuff. And I thought it was kind of weird because I couldn't get in contact with him, because I know his kids don't live here except for one of his kids. But his other two don't stay here. They stay back in the Midwest or back east. And I think it's Mid-East, I don't know. Over there, somewhere. That place right over there? That. So, but yeah, they're back at that place. And I'm like, okay, well, he'll call me whenever. So I woke up from a nap and he called me. He's like, hey, yeah, I see you called me. Like, I've been on the phone all day. I've just been on the phone. I talked to my dad, talked to my kids, talked to my grandkids. There's just so much love. Talked to my mom and everything. I was like, oh, that's great. Well, I wanted to call you and tell you Happy Father's Day and stuff. He's like, oh, so you got off from work and I was the first person you called? Oh, you must really like me. I was like, you returned my call. That means you must like me. And he's like, most definitely. I really like you. I'm so into you. I'm so all, ready for all of that. Bullshit right there. So, talking again, blah, 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 and all that stuff. So, that was the last conversation I had with him. Because I kept calling him. And I was like, well, let me stop calling him so much. So I didn't call him for like 2 days. And then I called him again on the third day. And he didn't return the call back. So I was at work, minding my business, doing my job, being a little miserable because I hated my job. But I got a new one. So I got a text message, and I'm gonna have to find it. Hold on. Okay, so sorry. Let me find a text message. Okay, so I got this text message. I want to insert it. Yeah. So what the text message said was, oh, my trusty iPad. Men and women, you can continue to enjoy tasting each other's dicks and pussy and asshole. He is officially single for real now. And the bitch over last night how I taste. Ask the bitch over last night how I taste. I'm like, because I gave like about 3 dudes my number that week. Texting 3 dudes. So I was like, who's this? And then the person said, one of the 8 people fucking Z, or whatever name he tells people. And I'm just like, okay. I'll bite. So after that, I had text, well, we're not fucking, but he found me on Plenty of Fish. I think you should start there. He said he was single. And then she said, be careful. He fucks men and women. When you go to his place, look for his meds. It's like, ooh, she's being a little bit dramatic and scandalous. So, no, I don't need. So I sent him, your girlfriend is texting me and said you have the package. And you like sleeping with both sexes. That's fucked up. Not to sleep with both sexes, and to each his own. But the fact that this man led me on, it's like, that's fucked up. I didn't deserve to be lied to. And he's like, what? I said, yep. Guess that's why you stopped calling me. So here he validates why he stopped calling me. I stopped because I got back with her. Now she's mad because I started dating. I was lonely. I was lonely. She texts like 10 people. Drama. Teenage bullshit. What the fuck they gotta do with anything? But then I text her, well, I didn't know you were in something. Old feelings started back up with me, and you let me on a lot. You are too old to be kicking that I was lonely mess and not letting people know that you were with someone, and you already, people that you are talking to, that you are with someone. Oh my God, I can read way better than this aloud. I really can. Oh Lord. You was with someone talking to that you were already in a relationship. Trust me, there are a lot of women that just want to be in a no strings attached relationship, but I am not one of them. I am not the one, and I don't mess with other women's men. That shit's not cool. So he's like, yes, ma'am, I didn't mean to disrespect you in any kind of way. I'm truly sorry. So, I told him, you should really be apologizing to her too, because she did not deserve your loneliness, betraying your relationship. If she's a good woman, don't fuck it up. Don't fuck up your situation. Talk to yourself and beat your meat. That's just how I am. That's how I speak. So, after that, I didn't get anything else from neither one of them. So I figured that he just made up with her and blah blah blah. And I told him I didn't really want to be bothered with him. I didn't want him until I received another fucking like and request from him. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So back on the website, it's another profile with his picture on it popped up. And it said, let me see. Did I take a picture? I didn't take a picture of it, but basically I could tell it was her because it said something about men and women. Like, I hate the fact that when women get mad, we like to throw that homosexuality charge on men. I don't know if that man is bisexual, anything like that. That's him. We had sex 10 years ago, and we had done nothing. The only thing we did of touch communication was hug. That was it, a hug, and we went about our business. I feel like men get themselves in trouble because they are not truthful. Like I told him, there are tons of women who want to be in no strings attached relationships. I know a few women. You just have to be truthful about it. You have to say what you want. Just like we have to say our intentions and what we want, men have to communicate what the fuck they want. So if you got somebody, but you want something with no strings attached, or you just want a little bit of companionship, or you just want to spend some time with them, you want to spend some time with a bitch, take her out on a date, buy her a meal, maybe buy her a purse or something like that, and nothing else extra, or give her a little something that she could feel, let her know. And that's the same thing for women. You need to let these men know that you don't want nothing but dick. Just let them know. Let us know. Girl. It just made me so aggravated because I did actually start liking him all over again. But in hindsight, it's good because for one, he don't have his shit together, and two, when we were sitting out there eating, I smelled all the vodka pouring out of his skin. I don't like a man that needs alcohol to keep himself hydrated. No, we don't do that. But I think I have another story. Ooh, something else happened. I'm gonna have to save that for another time. But yeah, I hope he and his woman are together, having a good life. I don't wish harm on. I don't wish no illness on nobody. I love black love. You two are crazy human beings. I just want y'all to go somewhere and be crazy and leave the rest of the fucking world alone. You know, take your ass somewhere. But I do kind of get that a lot. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I give off a whole vibe or what. But I get that. I get men who are in relationships contacting me more than I get actual single men. And it's unfair to me because I just want a single man or somebody who wants me and just me and don't want a sideline. So that is it on the story. I'm gonna have to think into my memory box so I could pull out another one. I have a few. I do have this one about this girl that I do Uber and Lyft. And I have a few Uber and Lyft stories, but I do have this one story about this girl and a baby. So, yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I take my face off, go to bed, and I shall talk to y'all later. Before you leave off this website, this app, please go like and subscribe my page. Especially if you like this story. Please like this story and subscribe to my page, please, because I'm a fun girl. I do stuff, you know. I'm gonna give you a little bit of content, you know. The vaca tales of the vaca tail. I would call it tales of the cocktails, but I think that's already taken. Anyway, I gotta go. Bye. Okay.
Everybody working getting paid. Ugh. The quote of the day is everybody working getting paid. So you pay them. Listen, Baka working in my system right now because it's gonna get real messy in a minute.
STS is filled with the spirit.
Y'all depend on what the spirit gave me to do.
Ashurabahanda.